Hey, Zach here. Thanks for stopping by. We're talking today about the instruments that I have, a little bit about their backstory, what they mean to me, and how they worked for me on the album Rebel that I put out back in February of this year. Check it out on iTunes, Rebel, Zechariah Hauch. Today, we're talking about the guitar that came after the first. The first guitar I got, and we talked about it on Wednesday, was the Fender Stratocaster. I was going to either get a Telecaster or I was going to get a Stratocaster. I chose the Stratocaster. Well-rounded guitar. Check out that video that I put out on Wednesday to get the details on that. The dream guitar that came next, the one that I wanted the most, was this beauty right here. This is a Gibson Les Paul Studio. Don't judge me for getting a studio model. The difference between a studio model and a stage model is that the studio model does not have a gloss, like a gloss over the body of the guitar. The studio model just has the paint, just the basic finish, no gloss, nothing like that. It's not shiny, it's not really all that elegant, but that's okay with me. This specific one, you can see, I outfitted with double mini humbuckers. When I got it from the factory, I could choose what I wanted to put into it. I got mini humbuckers. And let me tell you, those things freaking sing. In regards to the difference just between this and the guitar that I had previous, between this and the Fender guitar, the Gibson Les Paul is just a deep sounding guitar. Just a deep sounding electric guitar. Imagine for a second if the Fender Stratocaster was a person. The Fender Stratocaster is a person who enjoys the occasional craft beer and will smoke the occasional cigar. It has that crunch when it needs it, but for the most part, it's just a beauty to sing. It sounds nice. It's nice and cleaned up. Then we come to the Gibson Les Paul. The Gibson Les Paul smokes 2 packs of cigarettes every single day and puts down 6 of beer every weekend. It's just a crunchy sounding, mean sounding, deep, deep guitar. That's the Gibson Les Paul. This one I named, I got this one and I struggled for about 2 weeks to name this guitar, to decide what I was going to call it. And you're probably like, whoa, Zach, why do you name your guitars? Well, when you name your guitar for a specific reason, it just has sentimental value. You care about it more. You want to use it more, incorporate it more in your music. So when I'm listening to a song and I hear, oh man, I used Julie Claire on that one. That's what this Fender Strat is over here. Oh, Julie Claire's right there. This one I got, struggled for a few weeks to decide what to name it until I had a cousin born, and I did not know her name at the time, but I asked, what's her name? They told me her name was Elizabeth Louise. This here is Elizabeth Louise. She is a beauty. Tobacco burst body. I had a friend who had the exact same guitar. Loved it. Played it, really enjoyed it. This guitar, just like my Stratocaster, both have cobalt strings. I love the cobalt strings. They're really good. This one on 2 settings, when you have the rhythm, which is up, and the treble, which is down. The rhythm has the crunchy, really driving sounds. Even when you put the treble on, it's still really deep. It's still quite crunchy. You can tell it's a little bit brighter, but it's not quite the same. Between the 2 guitars, I can't say that I like one more than the other. Both of them serve their purposes beautifully. This specific guitar was used on 3, 4 songs in the album Rebel. The most noticeable one in the whole album would have been on New Destinations. On the beginning of the instrumental going into the second verse of New Destinations, you hear an electric guitar come in. That's this guitar. Just deep sounding. Once going into the chorus of that song, there's kind of an instrumental line there going in before the vocals start. There's some backing vocals there. That's this guitar. That's what this one is here. Beautiful guitar. Again, not my all-time favorite, because I don't have an all-time favorite. But this is just an all-around beautiful guitar. I'm absolutely blessed to have it. It's good. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. Zechariah Hauch, until next time, thanks again.